like a community that leverages mixed sources. Different people live in different places and interact with brands in different ways. I think that's one of the things that we've really learned through the changes that have gone on over the last 20 years. So if we think about recruit sources as sort of being roughly bucketed into these sort of four groups. So there's sort of our established sources. These could be panels. This could be what I like to refer to as the river, sort of tapping into some of the big recruitment sources that exist. And then as we talked about already, email databases that our clients already have. I mean, the challenge with an email database sometimes is that the whole notion that email is a sort of busy place that we are increasingly paying less attention to remains a little bit of a challenge, though certainly we've recruited some great communities starting in that place. Then we have social sampling. I mean, social sampling, I think, is maybe one of the most exciting things, sometimes one of the most frustrating things that's really revealed itself as a super legitimate recruitment source over the last few years. And that can be organic posts, so posts that are happening on our clients' actual sites. Sometimes they can be just posted. Sometimes they have to be boosted. We can actually create our own paid ads and actually run discrete recruitment campaigns for our clients. We have several communities that work that way. We've also had great luck in certain verticals of working with influencers and having influencers lean into helping us recruit. And so social sampling really has become a great source for recruiting people. Then there's sort of the whole world of live intercepts. Again, this magical device is existing in all of our pockets. Long gone are the days where, we really have to rely too much on a person, standing in the mall intercepting people to get live intercepts. I think the greatest gift that we were given from COVID is the notion that we all know how to use a QR code now. And the opportunity to have a QR code in any live situation has really become a great recruitment source for us. I think especially when the connection between the QR code and then the fact that it opens up a chat and not some clunkier desktop-based survey really makes it a nice micro moment that somebody can have. You can always kind of come back to them later to ask, follow-up questions. So as we get back out into the real world, we're really excited about continuing to really leverage QR codes. But live doesn't have to mean outside of your house. I mean, live can mean things that are inside of your app, things that are embedded inside of websites. And so sort of that any notion of any place that you can intercept really becomes a great opportunity. We have a community with Dell I'm going to talk about later. They do the bulk of their recruiting through finding all the moments where somebody's already engaging with their department and inviting them to join their community kind of as they're going. I think that works really well. The fourth box is something that we're really get super pumped about at Rival, which is also the ability to use APIs and webhooks, sort of an integrated approach. A lot of clients already have their own database. They already have their own communities, and they don't really want to pick people up and move them into a different spot. There's times where that's, I think, deeply appropriate. There's other cases where maybe we already actually have a good cadence going with our customers inside of our own databases. So we can actually leverage that in order to recruit people without actually having to move them.